Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time that you're seeing me, my name is Brooklyn, and today I am going to be doing my Pack With Me for Disney video. I am very excited for this. I have been counting down the days for this trip. The last time that I was in Disney was in March, so it wasn't too long ago, but it always feels so long between your Disney trips. It just drags out for so long. I'm going to show everything that I pack and bring with me on a Disney trip and what I'm bringing for this Disney trip, as well as all my park bag essentials, all the bags that I like to use when I'm in Disney, all of my keychains, everything Disney. So to start off, I am going on this Disney trip with my boyfriend. He is typically my Disney partner whenever I go to Disney, but he is my partner for this trip. We are going to be there for I think 5 days total. So me and my boyfriend are going to leave on Tuesday and we are going to drive down there. We typically always drive because we live only one state away. We live in Georgia, so it's not too far of a drive. So we typically always like to drive there. And we are planning on leaving a little bit early in the morning just because right now Disney has their deal for the summer for when you stay at one of their resorts. Your check-in day, you get a free water park day. And you can either go to Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon because both water parks are open during the summertime. I know that during certain times of year only like one water park is open and then sometimes they're both closed, but they are both open, and we decided to go to Typhoon Lagoon. That is the one that we chose because we just thought that we would enjoy that one more, and I like the vibes of that one. It looked very summery to me. Blizzard Beach is more wintry themed. It literally is called Blizzard Beach. There are no like specific plans for the water park other than just to go to the water park. I know that I really want to do the wave pool. I've seen videos of that for years on how like crazy it is. I know that we definitely want to do the wave pool. I haven't really done much research on like their other water slides that they have there, but I'm sure that we'll do a few. We don't really have specific plans just because we are getting there a little bit later in the afternoon because we're not leaving too early, like maybe like 8 or 9-ish. And so by the time that we get there, I know that the water park closes at 7 and we will get there maybe about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So we won't have much time at the water park, but that's plenty of time for me, honestly, especially in the heat. But we will be headed to the water park when we first get there. And the outfit that I'm wearing, I'm obviously going to be wearing a bathing suit, but then on Depop, I found this shirt and it has Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, and Pluto on it. And it's so summery, like it's perfect for the summer. And I was like, I want to wear this over my bathing suit when we go to the water park. Like the vibes just match so perfectly. So that is what I'm going to wear on the water park that day. I'm not sure what bottoms I'm going to wear, probably just like some shorts over it and then some flip-flops. And then bag wise, I think I'm just going to use a tote bag and put all of our stuff in the tote bag just because I don't want to use like my regular purse or my bagoo that I like to bring on Disney trips. I think I'll probably just use a regular tote bag. But then after the water park, I think we're just going to hang at the resort for the rest of the night. I forgot to mention this, but we are staying at Pop Century Resort, which I am very excited about because when I was a kid and I came to Disney, not for the first time, because the first time I came, I was like 3, but I don't remember that trip. But when I came again for like my first memory of Disney, we stayed at Pop Century and I absolutely loved it. So I haven't stayed there since then, and I was about 10 years old. So it's been a long time since I have stayed at Pop Century, so I'm very excited. So we're just gonna hang out at the resort for the rest of the night and we're gonna eat dinner there. I'm planning on getting their pizza. I've never had the Pop Century pizza and I'm very excited. And we're just gonna watch Disney movies for the rest of the night. And then the next day, which is Wednesday, that is going to be our full park day. We are park hopping though, because the original plans for this trip was supposed to be a very short trip. Like we were supposed to drive in and then the next day was going to be a park day and we're going to do 2 parks in one day, and then the next day was another park day with 2 parks in one day, and then we were going to leave the next day. But then plans changed and the trip was extended a little bit, but we still have park hopper tickets, but we are going to start in Animal Kingdom and then a park hop over to Hollywood Studios. So I don't think we're going to rope drop Animal Kingdom, but we'll get there about when they open. me and my boyfriend are not really rope droppers. We're not morning people, but we will get there as early as we can. And we don't have any lightning lanes planned for that day. We are just going to hop in line for all of the rides. Basically, the only two rides that me and my boyfriend prioritize in Animal Kingdom is Everest and the Kilimanjaro safaris. Everything else is kind of just like, if we get to it, we get to it. Which, this will actually be our second time in Animal Kingdom. When I came as a kid, I never went to Animal Kingdom. And then when I started bringing my boyfriend to Disney, his first time in Animal Kingdom was the past trip that we went on. So this will actually be our second time visiting Animal Kingdom. And then the outfit that I have planned on this day is just a plain white tank top because it's going to be very, very hot. These shorts that I have, and then the same Brooks. I wear them on every Disney trip. They are so, so comfortable. I love them so much. And then I don't have them in the picture, but I have character face socks of Mickey and Minnie, and I'm going to wear those socks with this outfit. And then for the ears, I have the create your own headband ears, and I have a head for Mickey and a head for Minnie. And I know this outfit doesn't really give too much like Animal Kingdom vibe, but because we're park hopping, I figured that this was a more like any kind of park outfit, and it's also very, very comfortable because it's going to be very, very hot. I am bringing the Star Bagoo that I have, and I'm bringing the Minnie and Pluto keychain that I have because I do not have the Mickey Mouse version of this keychain, which that is a purchase that I plan on making on this trip because I don't know how I don't have just Mickey Mouse. I really don't know how I don't have him yet. But this is more of a close-up of what the Bagoo looks like. This is my everyday bag that I use, so I have a lot of my stuff in it currently, but it's like a pink, blue, and green bag, and it has stars all over it. And I just thought that this was such a pretty Bagoo. And all the Bagoos have so much room in them, so like they're seriously the perfect park bags. They're popular for a reason. And then this is more of a close-up of the keychains. They're very, very little, and I think it's so cute, but I don't have the Mickey version of them. So I am planning on purchasing him and then adding him to my bag with this outfit. So my plan was to keep the same outfit on when park hopping, but I'm going to bring a backup outfit because I know that I'm going to get very, very hot and I'm going to want to change, and we don't have plans to go back to our resort to change because we're trying to just go from park to park. We'll see if we do, but just in case we don't, I'm gonna keep an extra pair of clothes in the bag that my boyfriend is gonna be bringing. The only thing I'm really changing is my shirt and my shorts. Everything else is basically gonna stay the same, my ears and everything. But I am going to be bringing this Nothing Can Stop Us Now t-shirt. I thought that the blue was so, so summery. And then obviously because we're park hopping to Hollywood, I wanted to wear a Hollywood Studios shirt. So I thought that this was perfect. And then I think I'm just going to wear them with these sweat shorts. I might bring a different pair of shorts. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to change into those shorts. And then I'm going to have the same Bagoo bag, keychain, but the only thing that I'm adding is the little Lotso bear because the new Toy Story movie will have just come out, and we have dinner reservations at the Roundup Rodeo Barbecue, I think that's the name, in Toy Story Land in honor of the new Toy Story 5 movie coming out. I am a big Toy Story fan. It is one of my favorite Pixar movies. That was like my favorite movie growing up as a kid. I love Toy Story, so I'm very excited for that. And we have never ate at Roundup Rodeo, so we're very excited for that. And so since we are doing that, I'm going to bring my little Lotso bag charm. This is what he looks like up close. These parts of his hands, they're magnetic, so then they can just kind of wrap around like your bag strap. And he's super, super cute and small. But for Hollywood Studios, we got lightning lanes for that park because that is probably, I would say it's my favorite park. It's my favorite park in terms of the rides that they have. So we got a lightning lane for that. But since we're park hopping to it, we had to kind of make some priorities straight when it came to the rides. So I know that what I was really looking forward to is the new Muppets ride. Rock and Roller Coaster is one of my favorite rides, and I really want to see how the new theming turned out. So we have a lightning lane for that. And then our other lightning lane is for Tower of Terror, which is my favorite Disney ride. I love that ride so much. And then our other one is for Toy Story Mania because we love Toy Story Mania. And then at the end of the night, I think we're going to do Fantasmic. It just is going to depend on how we're feeling and how tired we are. But that is the plan for day one. Now, the next day is going to be our rest day / resort hopping day and maybe Disney Springs day. I'm not entirely sure exactly what we're going to be doing that day, but I know that the outfit that I plan on wearing is this little outfit. It's a black tank top with white polka dots, and then I plan on wearing it with the long white skirt that I have. I'm not sure how I feel about the skirt because it is going to be super, super hot, but it is very like loose and flowy, so we'll see how I feel. And then I was just going to wear it with some sandals, and then I was going to bring my black bagu just because I like the color coordination. This is what the black bagu looks like. It's pretty much the same as the star bagu that I showed, but this is just the plain black one. But if I for some reason decide that I don't want that one, I also am going to be bringing this Stony Clover bag. It is super, super cute. I've never used this inside the parks or anything just because it's small and I like to bring a lot of things when I go to the park. But it's super, super pretty, and it has a bunch of little like princess icons on it. And I just thought that this was super, super cute because, like I said, on our rest day, we were planning on maybe resort hopping, which I think we wanted to go to the boardwalk. My boyfriend really wants to see what the boardwalk looks like, and I've never been there either. And I know that on my list of where I want to go is the cake bake shop, and I really want to see it. And I feel like this bag fits the vibe of the cake bake shop. So I might use this bag instead. I'm not sure yet. But I have these two headbands. One is white with black polka dots and the other is black with white polka dots. And I'm not sure which one will look better. I'll probably bring both. And I thought that the one that actually matches the top would look better, but I feel like it might be like too much. So I might go with the other one, but we'll see when we get there. And then for the bag charm, it is the little bear from Shop Subtle Dust. I love this brand so much, and this little bear is so adorable. I named mine Barrington, but he is literally so perfect for the parks. He's like very perfect if you're someone who you like bag charms, but you don't want like something like too Disney or like a Disney character just like straight up on your bag. I feel like he is very, very subtle because it's literally just a little teddy bear and he has Mickey ears on. Like, I think it's so, so cute, but I was going to put him on my bag, but we don't have very specific plans for our rest day. I think we're just gonna take it slow in the morning. We might hang out at our resort pool, then eventually we'll head over to the boardwalk, and then we might do Disney Springs. We always end up at Disney Springs somehow, so I'm sure we'll end up there, and probably just chill for the rest of the night and just have a chill. Well, it won't be that chill because we'll be resort hopping and going to Disney Springs, but we'll just chill that night and we won't have too much walking as we will on the park days. So, and then the day after that is going to be another park day, and we are also park hopping on that day. And the parks that we are going to be hopping from, we are going to start in Epcot and end in Magic. I feel like most people would start in Magic and then end in Epcot. The only reason I did it the other way around is because I honestly feel like Magic Kingdom is my favorite park. It really, truly is. I know it's like always extremely busy there, but I love it so much. And so I wanted to make sure that we ended the trip in Magic. That's why we are park hopping to Magic. But we're going to start in Epcot. We do have a lightning lane for Epcot. We only have it for Guardians because we love Guardians. And we don't have any other lightning lanes for that day. We do plan on doing Soarin' because of the new little layover that they have. I think that's what it's called, but how it's going to be soaring across America. We really want to try that. And then I know that I want to do Frozen. I know my boyfriend probably is going to be like, what? But I really want to do Frozen. I haven't done it since we went like last year, so I want to do that again. And then everything else I basically want to do is I just want to go to my favorite countries in the World Showcase, which my favorites are Mexico, France, Italy, in Japan. Those are my favorites, so I know I want to go visit those countries, maybe get a little snack, and just enjoy the vibes of Epcot. I love Epcot so, so much. But the outfit that I have planned for Epcot is this tee, which is also from the same brand, Shop Subtle Dust. This is the same little bear that I have on my keychain, but it's on the shirt, and it's so, so cute. And then I was just going to wear it with jean shorts, and then the same Brooks shoes that I wear with all my outfits. And then I was going to wear just some plain black ears. They go with everything. I plan on using this Stony Clover bag that I got. It is so, so big and so roomy. and it has all of the princesses on it. Well, not all of them, but it has a good amount of princesses on it, and it has like their little symbols on it, and it's so pretty. And I haven't used this bag at the parks yet because I got it after our last trip, so I'm so excited to use this, and it's probably going to end up being my like top park bag. But my favorite thing about this bag is the fact that it's reversible. On the other side, it has all of the princess sidekicks, and I think that it's so cute, and the color is like a lighter pink, so, you know, if you want the princesses with like the hot pink, or you want the sidekicks with the light pink, it's so pretty, and it's so roomy and spacious. I love it so much. And then also to kind of go with the bag, and I will use it like the entire trip, but this is also from Stony Clover. It's from their little princess drop that they did, and this one is Tiana. It's just like a little bag. You can put like lip gloss in here, you can put your cards in here. It looks very small, but you can fit a lot in here. And I'm just going to use this as like my wallet and put some like lip gloss and things in this. And then once we are done in Epcot, we are going to park hop over to Magic Kingdom. And the outfit that I have planned is this little purple shirt that I found on Depop. It just has like a bunch of Disney characters on it, and I just thought that it was very Magic Kingdom, and I thought the colors were very girly. And then I'm going to wear it with the same pair of shorts that I had before. Hopefully I don't like sweat too much, but I plan on keeping on the same shorts. And then the same bag, but instead of the bear keychain, I'm going to switch it out. And I'm going to use this little, I think you pronounce it Europocha. I think it's from like Japan Disney, but they had him on the US Disney Store website, and he is super cute. It's Pascal, and he's not a keychain, but I'm going to try my best to turn him into one. I got the little supplies to make plushes into keychains, and I am going to try my best to make him a keychain. But then I also am going to wear my Rapunzel ears. I feel like they match the shirt, and then they'll match the little Pascal bag charm. And then I'm not entirely sure, but I also want to make this Dumbo, who is so cute, and he's small. I also want to try and make him a keychain, and I might add him to the bag as well. I feel like he belongs at Magic Kingdom. Like Dumbo, he makes sense being at Magic Kingdom. So I'm going to try my best to make him into a bag charm. And in Magic Kingdom, we are, of course, very excited to ride Big Thunder Mountain. We have never rode Big Thunder Mountain. I do not remember riding that as a kid when I came, and my boyfriend has never done it because when we came to Disney last year, it was closed still. So we never got to do it. So we are very excited to ride that ride for the first time. And then we do have lightning lanes that day. I chose Tiana's, and the only reason I chose Tiana's over Big Thunder is because we love Tiana's, but it's also going to be very hot, so I really don't mind getting wet. And I would rather wait in line for Big Thunder than I would Tiana's. We'll see how that goes. But that is one of our lightning lanes. And then the other two, I chose Pirates because we love Pirates. And then typically, we always pick Haunted Mansion as our other option, but instead I decided to do Buzz Lightyear's because it was closed the last time we were there, and we really want to do it, so I chose that one instead. And there's no specific plans really for any of the parks other than to just go on rides and chill, because I really want to just enjoy the parks. I want to be able to walk around and just enjoy being in the park because I love being at the parks. But then the next day is when we are going to be checking out of Pop Century, and we are going to be going home. But before we go home, we are going to stop at the Happiest Market because it is happening that Saturday that we leave. And this is why the trip kind of got extended out, because I have always wanted to go to the Happiest Market, but it's never really been around when I'm at Disney. And so I had planned this trip, and then I was just really hoping that it would be around when I was going on this trip. And we originally were going to leave on Friday, and then Happiest Market announced that this month's market was on Saturday, which is the day after. So I was like, well, we have to extend the trip now because it's like right there. Like we're just missing it. So we're going to go to that, and I'm very excited for that. And because I'm going to that, I am trying my best to limit myself on how much merch I buy at the parks. There's only a few things that I like have on my list, and I'm like, I know that I'm probably going to get that, but everything else, I'm really trying to limit myself. But now I'm going to go through some of the things on my packing list of things that I want to bring on this trip. I got these little barrettes off of Shein. It's just Minnie Mouse, and I'm going to try and wear these in my hair with my ears. I don't know how that's going to work, but I just thought that they were really cute, and I want to try and incorporate them into my hair. I also forgot to mention the jewelry that I am going to be wearing. So for necklaces, one of the necklaces that I'm going to be wearing is this little castle necklace. I cannot remember where it is from, but my boyfriend got it for me after our first Disney trip because I loved it so much. But it is very, very pretty. The other necklace is from Spinning Carousel. It's a little small Disney shop, and it's the Sorcerer Mickey's hat because I love Sorcerer Mickey, and I think this is just super, super cute, and it's so chunky, and I love like chunky jewelry. And then for earrings, I always keep the same pair of earrings in the entire trip, and it is also from Spinning Carousel, and it is just these little like Mickey Mouse, and they're like hoops, and they dangle, and they're so, so pretty, and they're so light and comfortable, and they come in a few different sizes, so if you like them to be bigger or smaller, you can, but they're so comfortable, and they're so cute, and I love them so much. For bracelets, I'm going to be bringing my Little Words Project Disney bracelets that I have, and I'm also going to be bringing my Pandora bracelet because I love my Pandora bracelet, and I have a bunch of Disney charms on there. Now, for the things that I like to keep in my park bag, because I'm at the parks all day long, and I typically don't take a resort break in between. So one of the things that I really like to keep in my park bag is a refillable water bottle or a reusable water bottle. You can get water at the Disney parks, but they can be a little bit pricey. But they do have a lot of refill stations, and so I like to just bring my own, and I just use my Owala, and it has a bunch of Disney stickers on it. I will say that size, I think that one's 24 ounces. It can get pretty heavy in my bag because I typically keep my water bottle inside my bag even when it's full or empty because that one won't spill, but I would recommend getting a smaller one. It doesn't have to be Owala, but any water bottle that's smaller that you can refill, and then you can just sip throughout the park and just constantly refill. Something else that I like to keep in the bag is these fuel rods. You can get these at the parks. You can also get them at Amazon. But you can switch these out at the parks when they die because these can't be like recharged. But once you run out, you can switch them out at the parks for free. You don't have to pay for anything. You have to pay for them when you first get them, but once you start using it and then it dies, you can just keep getting new ones. And something else that I always keep in my bag will be this vlog camera, of course. Bear with me, please. I don't know how these vlogs are going to turn out. I am trying my best to get used to filming in public and talking to a camera in public. I'm going to do my best to make these vlogs longer and try my best to talk to the camera more than the other ones I have. I think those ones turned out pretty okay, but I'm going to try and do better and get more content on this trip. But I like to keep my camera in this little thingy if I'm not using it. This is from Baggu. It is from their little Disney collection, and this is a sunglasses case, but it can fit the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is the camera that I use, so I will keep this in my bag. And it being hot and sunny in Florida, I like to bring a little portable fan. These ones are from Amazon, and they're little Mickey-shaped ears on the top. I just got my boyfriend one of these, so that way we could each have our own, because it's going to be very, very hot. But the power on these things are pretty good. Like, hopefully you can hear that. But there's 3 settings, and I always keep it on the highest one because that's the most amount of air. But these are very good to have at the parks. And then something else that I always like to make sure I have is medication. I always like to make sure that I have some type of ibuprofen or Tylenol just because when it gets super, super hot, I am prone to headaches, which is why it's very important to stay hydrated, but I still like to bring those just in case. And then I also like to bring Dramamine with me or any type of motion sickness medication because I am prone to motion sickness. I always do okay in Disney, but when it gets really hot, I feel like it's more likely to happen for me on certain rides, ones that are a little more like bumpy or have like a super like fast speed to them. But I always just like to bring it just in case. Something else that I like to bring is hand sanitizer. I have a bunch of little charms from Bath & Body Works when they did their Disney Princess collection. I have this little castle one, the Cinderella one, and then I don't know if you can see, oh, now it just fell. But it is a little crown, and I just like to have hand sanitizer with me just if I need to quickly like get some germs off my hands, and I think these are cute to just have as like another little bag charm. They're really cute. And something else that I like to keep in my park bag is this little koozie. Any koozie works, but this one I got from the small shop 13 Wishes Designs, and it's Princess Tiana themed. It has like the little lily pads on it and the little frogs, and it's so, so pretty. And I think the colors are so bright and fun for summer. But I really, really like to have these because when it's hot in the parks and your drink starts to like condensate and all like the wetness falls on your hands and it makes your hands wet and you're already sweaty and whatever, this kind of helps stop it. And I really, really like it. And it's also really cute and it's on theme for the parks. So that is pretty much it. I talked about all of the outfits that I'm going to wear. I'm obviously going to bring some other clothes too. I'm just mainly going to bring extra pairs of Disney t-shirts and tank tops and shorts. And we are visiting all 4 parks and we're park hopping. We're staying at Pop Century. We're very excited for all the food we're going to eat and all the rides we're going to ride and just being in Disney World again. But now I'm going to go and I'm going to pack everything up and put everything in my suitcase. And that's pretty much it. The next time that I'll see you will be on the way to Disney World. So I'm very excited for that. I plan on having maybe a total of 4 or 5 vlogs because I'm going to do a travel day one. I'm going to do our first park day and then our rest day, our other park day, and then when we go to the Happiest Market, maybe. I'll see. I might not film that or not. So there might be 4 or 5 vlogs. I'm very excited to film all of this. And I love Disney World and I love sharing my love for it. And I know so many other people love Disney World just as much as I do. And they like watching these kinds of videos. And I love watching these kinds of videos in Disney vlogs. So yeah, I'm very, very excited. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.